Life is a time pass, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं, जो थारी राय सो भारी राय, nothing to do, nowhere to go, देखो सुनो मत बोलो, wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% करे नाटक, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना, who asked you live at zero complaint level, मौज में रहो, be happy.
Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo, Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat, Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. You all have heard something about Bhagavad Gita. Am I right? Yes. Who is the teacher in Bhagavad Gita and who is the student? Teacher is Bhagwan, Sri Krishna, and student is Arjun. Arjun was expert in his field. He was one of the most successful warrior of his time. One of the names of Arjuna is Vijay. Vijay means the one who has not tasted defeat in his life. He was synonymous to success in life. And war was his game. He fought so many wars and he won all of them without an exception. Such a powerful, such a successful person, when he came on the battlefield, exactly what was his state of mind? That we have to learn. Then we will see where he has gone wrong and where we go wrong in our life. Many youngsters, they give up because they suffer from the disease called Arjunitis. Suffer from the disease Arjunitis. So we have to get out of this disease. And it is for this purpose we have to learn what Bhagavad Gita gives a message to us. Whenever we are perpetually successful in our life, it is very difficult to digest that success. And the difficulty comes in terms of overconfidence. We must have confidence. We should never have overconfidence. Arjuna had that disease of overconfidence. So when he came to the battlefield, he tells his driver, Bhagwan Sri Krishna, Senayor Ubhayor Madhye Ratham Sthapaya Mechyuta, Hey Achyuta, O never failing one, take my chariot between the two armies. And if he kept quiet, it's okay. But he didn't keep quiet. A perpetually successful person is very arrogant. This is exactly what happened with Arjuna. So he says Let me see who are those guys with whom I had to fight the war. Meaning, who dares fight war with me, the perpetually successful Arjun? See the arrogance. And in fact, he knew who are in the opposite lanes. It was not a war between two armies which were unknown to each other. They very well knew that this side are Pandava, this side Kauravas, and on Kaurava's side there is Bhishmacharya, Dronacharya, and all the great warriors, etc. He knew it. Yet he had that arrogance to challenge, who can dare fight with me? This is one of the most difficult things for every student to learn. Never take things for granted in life. Every event, every examination, every interaction should be dealt with equal sincerity and 100% involvement. So, he says, who dares fight with me? Meaning, they don't know who am I. And the second thing, he had bitterness in his heart. He goes on talking ill about the enemies, the Kauravas. Whenever we speak ill about somebody, we lose our potentiality, because negativity saps away all the inner strength of a person. And therefore he says, these durbuddhi, these crooked-minded children of Dhritarashtra, they don't understand. But we understand, because asmabihi prapashyadbihi, we, the learned one, we know, we understand, we are wise. And the Kauravas are otherwise useless, good for nothing. Friends, these are the 2 points which should never be cultivated or promoted in one's life. Arjuna had these 2 things. And as a result, Bhagavan Krishna, being a good friend, he thought, now this is the time he needs to be taught. And then Bhagavan Sri Krishna takes the chariot in front of the army. Now he had a choice where to take the chariot. Imagine, had Arjuna's chariot been placed in front of Duryodhan, Dushasan, would Arjuna have any problem or question whether to fight or not to fight? He came to fight with him. But what Bhagavan Krishna did, this is the most secret point of Bhagavad Gita. Many students, they learn, but they bypass this basic thing. So Bhagavan Sri Krishna brings the chariot in front of his grandfather Bhishmacharya, his guru Dronacharya, and then he doesn't keep quiet. Thereafter he says, you want to know with whom to fight the war? You have to fight the war with your own dears and nears. With your grandfather, you have to fight the war. With your guru. See, Bhishmacharya and Arjun, their relationship was unique. In Mahabharata, it is very clearly brought out. Bhishmacharya was a brahmachari. Nobody was ever allowed to enter in his room, exclusively only for him. There was one exception. Exception was Arjun. So much dear he was to his grandfather. And the second person in front of whom Arjuna's chariot was brought was Dronacharya. To make Arjuna the best archer of his time, Dronacharya played a trick because my disciple Arjuna should be the best. And therefore he played a trick when Ekalavya was proved to be superior than Arjun, and therefore he asked, you wanted to give me some dakshina? Yes, give me your thumb. When the thumb is cut, you can't hold the arrow and can't fix it, and therefore he became second. That was the love between Guru Dronacharya and the disciple Arjun. That was the love between the grandson Arjun and grandfather Bhishmacharya. Now his challenge was he has to fight with them. Friends, to fight with the enemies is not an issue. If you must be having some idea about our country, Bharat, fighting with the enemies of our country is not an issue. The issue is those who are living in our own country and working against our country. That is the challenge. The same thing is true with you and me. See, you are not a challenge for me. But what is challenge for me is my own mind. It is not available when I want. It doesn't listen to me when I want. And then I become frustrated. I'll tell you one example about a youngster like you. This happened in Ahmedabad. In RK Mission ground, they had invited me for a talk. And a big stage was made, thousands of people in front. And after my talk was over, then one youngster like you with the helmet in his hand, he was climbing the stage. He said, Swamiji, I have got a question. I said, get down, let me come down. And then his question was, what is wrong if I run after girls? This was the question. What is wrong if I run after girls? I said, nothing wrong. You want company? I am free. I can join with you. You are not understanding. What I am telling is, if I run after the girls, what is wrong? I said, nothing wrong. Come on. Go ahead. He got so frustrated. He expected, like all the oldies do the same thing. They start giving you so much of advice that you become totally allergic to advice, is it not? Why we don't listen to the elders? Because they are constantly advising. Don't do like this, don't do like that. Let them live normally, man. See? So I did not do that. I said, come on, go ahead. I'll come with you. Two together is better. He got frustrated. No, you don't understand me, Swamiji. I said, my dear, this is not your question. Your question is different. You are not understood. Your question is, when you study, that time your mind is not available. When you study, you think about the games. When you are playing the games, you think about your mom. When you are thinking about your mom, then you are wanting to work with your physique. And in short, you are not available to you whenever you want yourself to be yourself. Yes, Swamiji, this is my problem. If I am disturbed because of this girl, I'll go away. But if I am disturbed because of myself, where will I go? Friends, enemies are never a problem in our life. Atmaiva atmano bandhu, atmaiva ripuratmanaha. We are our enemy number one. And we are our friend number one, provided the mind cooperates with us. The mind listens to us. But the problem is, we are carried away by the whim and the fancy of the mind. And then we start blaming others. I am not able to study because of mom, all the time bullying me. Therefore, remember this principle. Don't find excuses outside for your failures in life. We are squarely responsible for our success and failure in life. Nobody is responsible. And therefore, we must know how do we conduct ourselves in life so that success becomes our signature. We are not born to live. We are born to succeed in life. See? That way, the animals, cows and dogs and pigs, they also live. Is that all our life? We must outwit ourselves. Compete, not with others. Compete with yourself. Then your success graph will never have a downfall. It will be going up and up. And it is for this purpose, the first principle. We are not here just to live. We are here to succeed. Number one. Number two, success is not available in the market. See? What was that? Black Friday sale. No. You have to work hard. There is no option. There is no substitute for hard work. Then how do we conduct? Now, we'll take one more message from Bhagavad Gita. When we have given up, like Arjuna had given up, and how he gave up, he became non-plus. Sidanti mama gatrani mukham cha parishishyati. When I saw my nears and dears in the opposite lines, I got completely paralyzed, confused. I can't think properly. Brahmati vachame manaha. I can't think properly. Now here three principles I tell you, remember. Number one, when you are extremely happy with anybody, mother, father, brother, sister, friend, teacher, anybody, if you are very happy, never promise in life. When we are happy, we lose the balance of right and wrong. And then we promise. And that same promise become the cause of our destruction in life. You all have heard Ramayana to some extent. The story comes when Dasharatha was fighting the war with the Indras and all that, he was supported by his wife Kaikeyi, and because of that, he won the war. And he was so happy, he gave a promise to his wife Kaikeyi. You really, really helped me. I am so happy for your help. Now ask me any boon. And she said, okay, give me 3 boons, but not now. I'll ask, encash them whenever I want. And Dasharatha, out of that excitement of success, he lost balance. He said, okay, tathastu. And then Kaikeyi asked these 3 boons, because of which the whole Ramayana became. What is the cause? Cause is Dasharatha was so happy, and in that under intoxication of the happiness, he did a wrong thing, giving a boon. Therefore, whenever you are happy with anybody, your friends, etc., don't commit. I don't know. I learned this from you. You are all my gurus. You know, many people ask me so many questions. and I don't want to answer. So what I do, I invoke you all in my mind. When you ask anybody in this country, I have seen, suppose I ask this girl, hey, what is your program that you want to pursue after your schooling? She won't say, I want to become a software engineer, etc. She will start invocation of the Vyahruti. You know, before chanting the Gayatri Mantra, there are three words. Om Bhur Bhur Swaha. That is not the part of Gayatri Mantra. Gayatri Mantra starts from Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhyo Yona Prachodayata. Earlier it's called a Vyahruti. In the same manner, if I ask her, hey, what is your program? What do you want to become? She won't tell straight away. Ah, E, and reply will be, I don't know. It is such a powerful mantra. All your subsequent questions stop. So, Arjuna, when he knew that he cannot fight the war, I cannot think properly. So if you can't think properly, do not make decisions. So first, if you are too happy, don't promise. If you can't think properly, don't make decisions. And third and the most important thing, if you are in an angry mode, don't discuss anything with anybody. When an angry person discusses, he loses for certain. These are the three things Arjuna was suffering from. That is what I call is Arjunitis. All the youngsters go through this. And then he took a decision. Now, another important principle for all your youngsters. Should we think first and then take a decision, or should we first take a decision and then think? Tell. We should first think and then make a decision, is it not? You may be knowing these attorneys in your country, what we call in India as liars. My language is very poor. Liar or lawyer? They are liars basically. So they take their own client and they decide, my client is innocent. In fact, the client has told, I have committed a murder, but I want you to save me. The attorney will say, don't worry, I'll do it. 50%. Whatever we get benefit, 50% mine, 50% yours. Now he knows very well that the client has committed a crime. But then he will start thinking to oppose his decision or to support his decision. Therefore, friends, if you first decide and then start thinking, you will always support your decisions. And this is exactly what happens. We get lost in some wrong imagination about everything in life and we make a decision. And then we start thinking, it's not only I am doing, everybody in this country is doing. It is not only I, everybody smokes. It is not only I, so many take their drinks and drinks. This is our society. This is required. Otherwise, we become totally sorted out in our company. We become lonely. In this manner, wrong decisions will help you in destroying yourself. Therefore, friends, irrigation department. Therefore, first think properly and then arrive at a decision. Now, the way of living life is so beautifully brought out by one shlok which you all know. Will you like to repeat after me? Yes or no? Karmanyevadhikaraste I am hard of hearing. Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phala heturvhuhu ma te sangostva karmani. This is called as four principles of life. Karma Yoga Chatussutri. These four principles, if we hold on to in our life, we are destined to be successful in life. First of all, I'll tell you the wrong meaning and then tell you the right meaning. Why wrong meaning first? Because one youngsters in somewhere in Delhi or Bombay, in IIT probably, asked me this question. Because of Bhagavad Gita, our country is not progressing. Wow, great thing. Everybody is studying Bhagavad Gita and therefore. He said, no, not that way. Because it is said in Gita, do your job and don't expect any result. I said, this is your wrong understanding. We are not telling you that do your job and don't take the salary. That is not the meaning. Meaning is totally different. Now, this different meaning I am telling you, be very attentive. It's very deep. It's not surface swimming. You have to dive deep. How many of you have gone deep in the sea, that snoring, what you call that? Scuba diving. Have you gone, any one of you? No? You have gone? Anyone? No. You have gone also, no? Acha, he doesn't want to tell. You have gone? Thank you very much. Now tell me, what is the difference when you are swimming on the surface and when you go deep? Because I had done it, therefore I am telling you. And very good. What about you, sir? I don't know. Great. Now I'll tell you in short. When you are swimming on the surface, you know, I was in Australia about 10 years before this happened. And there is an area called as the Cairns. So there my friend took me. Swamiji will go there, it's a very lovely place. I went. And then we had to go by boat about 5 kilometers inside the sea. Then we have changed our all things. And then he said we go and we will be on the surface of the waters and you can see the corals. One of the biggest coral reef in the whole world. One of the 7 wonders. So when I went there along with my friend and that water was going in the mouth and all that, I got disgusted. I said, hey, I don't do it. I came back. Be attentive. I again climb on the boat, removed everything. So that man, he said, hey man, what will you do? I said, it is troubling me. I can't use this thing. Then, how will you see that? I said, I'll jump into the sea. Jump, he said. And I jumped. And then he started shouting, hey man, what you have done? I said, have patience. So I went little deep, maybe about 10 feet. There I discovered this, what I am telling you. When you are living at the surface of the oceanic waters, you will be buffeted by the waves. But to the same spot, when you go deep, no waves will ever trouble you. If this example is clear, exactly the same way. When we are living at the surface of our mind, we will be buffeted by the thoughts, anger, greed, frustration, friendship, enmity. These thoughts will be constantly shaking our stability. But there itself, you go deep within yourself. No thoughts, but wisdom. Now the question is, where are you in your mind? Are you at the surface of your mind which is a chaotic play of thought waves, or you are in the depth of your mind where there is nothing but peace and cheer and joy. Decide where are you. So if we are agitated, frustrated, we will always misunderstand what is told to us because we are not responding, we are reacting in life. There is a difference between response and reaction. Response is born out of wisdom. Reaction is default settings. No wisdom behind reaction. See, friends. So we have to simply coolly think. It is not said that do your duty and don't worry about your karma phala. It's not the meaning. The real meaning is this. Now, just analyze your own experience. Can we live yesterday? No. Can we live tomorrow? Whether we should live today or not, is it a option or a compulsion? Compulsion. We have to live today. Now, if we have to live today, it is effortless. Suppose I ask you a question. 298 days before, at 10 o'clock in the morning, where were you and what you were doing? You start struggling. Oh, get 293. Suppose I ask you, after so many days, at this particular time, where you will be? Again, you will be getting lost in the future. Net result, whenever you are lost in the past or in the future, you are not available in the present. And to remain in the present is choiceless, effortless joy. See, friends. Therefore, this happy mantra mala that you heard, there was one mantra, wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever you are, be 100%. Now, if you want to know whole Bhagavad Gita in one line, this is one liner of Bhagavad Gita. Where was Arjun? He was on the battlefield. Very good. When he was on the battlefield, at the time of the war. Now, when you are on the battlefield at the time of the war, who you should be? A warrior, a grandson, a disciple, or a brother? Warrior. See, whole Bhagavad Gita having told, Bhagwan Sri Krishna did not ask Arjun, hey Arjun, did you get a knowledge? He didn't ask this question. He asked, hey, your confusion about your identity gone or not? And Arjuna also replied the same way, Nashto mohaha smriti labdha tat prasadat maya chuta. Oh Lord, now I remember, my delusion gone. What was the delusion? Wherever I am, whenever I am, what I am. That what I am was the delusion. In the same manner, we are here, whenever we are, whatever we are, we have to remember what is the role we have to play at a given period of time. Now, for example, here we are. Now, where are we in satsanga? When are we during the satsanga? So, what should be we, satsangi? But instead of remaining satsangi, if you become friend to somebody, you have given appointment to somebody, hey, I will come and then we'll go for a nice movie. But now this is not stopping also. See, friends, therefore, this is the highest way of leading life. Learn to remain 100% present wherever you are, whenever you are, and whatever you are. Success will touch your feet. And therefore, to remain in the 100% present, is there a technique? Yes, there is a technique. Now be attentive. Whatever we do in our life, do we do it for becoming miserable or to be happy? We do not do anything to become miserable. We become miserable, that's a different story. But nobody does anything to become miserable. See? So, what we are doing, we are seeking happiness in our life. So, Bhagavan Krishna tells a different way. Don't seek happiness. When you seek happiness, what does it mean? You have declared the bankruptcy of your happiness. Therefore, you are seeking happiness. Don't seek happiness. Then express happiness. Life expresses through three channels: the body, the speech, and the mind. Through these three channels, the body expresses. So, whatever we have to do by our body, if you do it happily, cheerfully, you will not be tired in life. You will not be bored in life because you are finding that action as a vent to express happiness in life. Whatever you are doing, do it happily, you will not be tired in life. Like, many people, elderly people, they advise me, Swamiji, now you have become old, so they want to tell that they are young. So now you have become old, why you keep running around the world all the time? So here, like this year, I am in US. In my 3 months, not even 3 months, 2.5 months, I will be moving to 17 places. As much America I have seen, none of you have seen. So they advise me, Swamiji, why do you run so many places and all the time? I said, because I run, they like me. If I go and stay in somebody's house, they will make some point that I get out of the house. Friends, if you are doing anything cheerfully and happily, you will not be tired in life. Number one. Number two, life expresses through speech. If you talk happily, you will not be bitter in your expressions. If somebody is happy, can he say like that thing, I am so happy, I want to kill you? It cannot happen. See? And third, when you think happily, happy thinking is positive thinking. Negative thinking is, I don't think I can do that, I don't think I... No, don't give up. We are here to succeed. And all the energy that we have is sapped away because we are not knowing these basics. That we have no choice, we have to live in the present. We have no choice, we have to live 100%. We have no choice to be happy or not, remain happy. Being happy is effortless, becoming happy requires efforts. And by this, what will happen? When you are happy in the present, you will not worry about the future. What will happen if I do this thing? If I get that thing, then I will become happy. So, what we are doing? We are consciously postponing our happiness in the future period of time. Those who postpone their happiness in the future period of time, they can never be happy in the present. See? Now, the third principle, what the teacher told. Ma karma phala heturbhuhu. Whenever we do something, there are two things to be understood. One is, like, our nails grow. Is it a sin or a merit? Nothing. Because do we have that notion, hey, I am growing my nail, No, they are growing. But then, if somebody will condemn our nails, I'll tell you one of my experience. That was the first time in my life. There was one girl who used to sit in the front in my talk in Delhi, and a Punjabi girl. So she used to sit. On the third day, I went somewhere for breakfast. She came there also. So I asked her, I said, hey, you are also invited here for breakfast. She said, Swamiji, this is my house. I said, okay then. Let mummy prepare. You come and sit with me. Then I said, give me your hand. That was the first time in my lifetime I have seen any girl's hand so closely and long red nails. So I was playing with her nails. I said, hey, what do you eat to become your nail red? My nails are not becoming red. I will also eat like this thing. What you do? Do you take any injection or what? And she was becoming so uncomfortable and all that. No, no, Swami, my game was over. Next day when she came for the class, morning time, she was sitting not like normally, like now my attention was only her hands. Then after the lecture was over, I said, hey, come here. She came, yes, Swamiji. I said, show me your hand. No, 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 no. I said, no means what? You have to show. I forcibly opened her fist. All the nails were chopped off. I said, hey, God, where did you throw them? They were so beautiful. Give me, I like them. I'll keep it in my puja room. Swamiji, I have thrown them. Now be attentive. When nails are growing, there is no ego. But my nails are better than your nails, then I is born. Therefore, action plus doership is karma. Karma minus doership is action. There is karma phala. There is no kriya phala. Like, we are all oldies growing old. All of us are growing old, one way or the other. Now, for growing old, what is our contribution? Suppose I will not ask any question. I know it is not wise to ask the girl's question age. Okay? Suppose your age is 42. Swamiji, give some other example. So, what we have done to grow our age? It is the poor earth running around the sun, and our age is growing. And what an arrogance. These days, children don't respect the elders. What is our contribution? That we are old. But there also the ego comes. And therefore, we suffer in life. Apply this principle everywhere. See? Therefore, if something is happening through us, take it as divine grace. By God's grace, these things are happening. When you take this stand in your life, you will be always relaxed, you will be successful, but that success will not intoxicate you. I told you right in the beginning, failures can be tolerated, success is difficult to tolerate. We consider ourselves to be far superior than others, and this is how our fall begins. And the fourth principle of this Karma Yoga Chatusutri is Mate Sangastu Akarmani. Never, never retire in life. Keep yourself occupied 24/7. Produce wealth. Don't retire in life. See, friends, once I was coming from Australia, Mumbai. It was month of June, raining also, hot also. And my flight came midnight, 12:30 or so. So my friend came to receive me. He was also tired because of all the climate. Then when I came out, he said, Swamiji, why are you running here and there constantly? You have no ashram, you have no chela disciples, you have no projects. Why are you running? Why don't you stay in one place? I said, okay, thank you for so much concern for me. From today onwards, I am going to stay in your house permanently. No, 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 no. I don't mean that. Friends, before somebody has to tell us, will you please go? We should have the wisdom. And that can happen only if you produce wealth. Never retire in life. About this, I'll tell you one example. One Gujarati lady in Bangalore, I revere her as a goddess. She comes from a very, very rich family, and as it happens in somebody's life, and she is so beautiful, like a queen she looks like. So when she was hardly maybe 45 or so, her husband about 50 or so, he suffered cancer and he died. During that period, all his brothers and everybody, he was taking care of them throughout their childhood life. What they did, when she was not there, they got all the papers and got signed from the brother before he died and took away everything to such an extent when he died, to pay the hospital bills, she has to sell away her all jewelry. In spite of that, she has no bitterness towards anybody. I stay with her. And she didn't give up crying what to do. No. She engaged about half a dozen tailors and started getting children's clothes stitched and started supplying to the various shops in Bangalore. And slowly, slowly, she got established in that. She started her own baby shop. And now she is around 75, 78. I said, Mama, now stop. Swamiji, I will work and earn till the last day of my life. I said, why? Because I have seen these old, unproductive ladies, they come together during the daytime, go on gossiping. My daughter-in-law like that, my son is like that. They have no other theme. Is it a life worth living? Here I have invested my money. I am working for money. I produce money. And therefore, when I go home, after my job is over, in no time I sleep. I get a beautiful sleep at night. Our problem is, one lady went to the doctor and told Doctor Saab, yes, I don't get sleep at night. What should I do? Please tell me, give me some medicine. So the doctor started inquiring, what do you do whole day? I sleep. Whole day you sleep and you complain at night you don't have sleep. Mate sangasto akarmani. Never retire in life. Produce wealth. These are the secrets of success in life. Success doesn't drop from the heavens. You have to work hard. Don't push everything on God. God helps those who put efforts. One example I'll tell you. I was somewhere on the banks of Narmada Ji in Bharat, and there was a group of children, school children, coming from the school. And there was one mango tree. So they saw those mango hanging there. So some of them took the stones and threw, but it didn't work, so they left. Then some of them tried again, they could not, they also left. There was one boy coming at the end. He also tried to throw the stone, he could not get it. Then he was looking here and there what to do. And then he started climbing that tree so that he can go and catch that fruit, mango, and get it. He was trying, he climbed little bit and he fell down. I was watching that, what he's doing. And yet he could not. Then again he started thinking what to do, what to do. Then he came running and jumped so that he can catch that fruit and get it. That also he tried, but he could not get that. And he did not give up. He was thinking, what to do, what to do. I was watching that. I said, hey, wait a minute. I went, lifted him on my hand, and then lifted him little more. I said, now catch that quickly, or else I'll put you down. He took that fruit and came down. Now, from this story, what we have to learn? Because he was putting sincere efforts. If you put efforts, he comes in your life in one way or the other. But if you say, if God is there, if He has given stomach, He will give food. Yes, you will get food, but not success in life. And remember, we should not be number two in life. Whichever field you take, we should be number one. Keep that. Remain inspired. Inspired person is destined for success. Now, the last thought. In the third chapter, 30th verse, Bhagwan tells the technique. See? Mai sarvani karmani sanyasya adhyatma chetasa nirashi nirmamo bhutva yuddhasva vigata jvaraha. First of all, the teacher tells, whenever the goal of your life is high, lower things you will drop automatically. For example, I used to teach in BITS Pilani. You might have heard the name BITS Pilani, one of the most prestigious institution in India. So I used to go and teach there. So there was one yoga teacher, and he said, Swamiji, do you recognize me? I was your student in Kaivalya Dham. I said, I don't recognize, I'm sorry. Then he said, I am so and so. I said, very good. Now I am a teacher here. I am teaching here yoga and physical training, PT. Very good. But I am frustrated. Why are you frustrated? See, here no student comes. All facilities are there. But they don't want to come for the yoga. They don't want to come for swimming. They don't want to come for games. All the time they are in the library. I am getting frustrated. I said, are you getting salary? He said, yes. Then enjoy. You are here for salary, is it not? You get your salary, relax. But why they don't come? I said, if you want to, that type of students, you go to Patiala. You know Patiala? Patiala, the moving bone in the, what you call your knee is called as patella. So those people whose brains have migrated from the cranium to the patella, those people are interested in physical activities. Here, all the students who come in this institution, they are the cream of India. They have to go through torturous competition, right from the 8th standard. They are aiming for this thing. That is their higher goal. Where they will get lost in physical things? In the same manner, if your goal is higher in life, you will not get lost in the cheap things of life. Think high, aspire high, work hard, succeed. That is the goal. Mai sarvani karmani sanyasya adhyatma chetasa. See, friends. And then 3 places where we lose our energy. First, the past failures. Every failure is a success if we learn from our failures. There is no failure in life if you succeed in learning what you have learned from the failure. See, like you must have done, everybody does it. As a child, We are not born to walk. So we are lying on the back as a child, and the child looks around. Come on, everybody is walking. How come I am lying like this thing? What they are doing? So the child says, oh, they are moving their legs. So the child starts moving his legs. Oh, come on, I am still not moving. Then he changes the position. He comes on the stomach. Then, like a reptile, he starts walking. And then he somehow comes on the knees. He doesn't give up. He holds on to the wall, slowly start, and then one day he gives up the support. And he put the first independent step and he falls. Imagine, because of that first fall, if he thinks, I cannot walk, whole life he cannot walk. But he has learned from every failure. Therefore, if the past are taken as a stepping stone to the success, every failure will be a success in our life. But instead of that, we become frustrated. No, I did it last time, but I could not succeed. You can, you should, you will, you must. Then the second thing is Nirashi Bhutva. We are all the time living in the future. Learn to remain in the 100% present. Whenever you live in the future, you are not available in the present. So we have blocked the past and the future. Past regrets, no problem. Future worries, not entertained. And in the present, we are not, be very attentive, in the present, we are not excited. Remain cool. These are the three holes through which the energy, which is infinite, leaks away either the past regrets or the future worries or the present excitement. Keep cool. When these principles are adopted in letter and spirit, even God will fail to fail you. Give it a try. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om